Hi, I'm Jim. Thanks for stopping by our Lyrics for Life channel. This latest lyric video is entitled My Refuge and My Fortress. It's about Psalm 91. And as always, all glory, honor, and praise go to God. Thank you, Lord. Verse 1. I am dwelling in his shelter. He is Most High God. Saving me from pestilence, he keeps a constant watch. Staying underneath his wings, I'm always feeling safe. He keeps me from the evil one. All fear has gone away. Chorus. He's my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. I must stay in close to him, knowing his great love. He's my refuge and my fortress. I cling to him alone. Angels lift me in their hands. My foot won't strike a stone. Verse 2. I will rest within his shadow, this great almighty one. No disaster to my tent, no harm will ever come. Even though 1,000 fall, nothing touches me. Evil will come crashing down. God's victory is sweet. Bridge. Because of my true love for him, the Lord will rescue me. He promises he will protect. He helps me in my need. He will answer when I call, and I'll defend his name. He honors me with lengthy life and shows me I am saved. If you just click on the more, we can look at this. I'm going to kind of do a little different today. I'm just going to more summarize it. I just consider Psalm 91 to be my favorite psalm. I mean, the 23rd Psalm has a lot of good things, and I get a lot out of that. But Psalm 91 is just loaded with the promises of protection. You know, according to someone who's written books about Psalm 91 and who really should know, she says that Psalm 91 is the one place in the Bible where all the protection promises of God are brought together in one place. I count at least 25 promises in the 16 verses, but in order to receive these promises, I believe you have to be walking close to God. A few years ago, I was watching a video on YouTube, and one of these authors of a Psalm 91 teaching and analysis book recommends that everyone memorize Psalm 91 and even personalize it. So essentially, the first verse of my 1984 version of the NIV states, it starts, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High. So I would just change that to, I dwell in the shelter of the Most High. And I just did that throughout the whole psalm. Now this really just personalized it for me. It doesn't change the meaning. I wouldn't ever want to change the meaning of it. But it just made it personal. It just made it a whole lot more powerful. And I would often pray it, and I still do often pray it, and just take the individual verses and just pray into them and really understand, and God shows me some of the deeper meanings in this psalm because it is really packed with a lot of things. I would just strongly recommend you take the time to memorize it. Maybe start with trying to read it every day and get real familiar with the promises in it, and then begin the memorization process. I did it. I'm sure you can do it too. Trusting God is really a big part of this psalm. So when you're going through a trial, you can kind of use these promises to help you get through this as a protection, these daily protections that you can have with this psalm. There's a lot of books on Amazon that have teachings similar to what this author was writing about Psalm 91, where they'll go into detail, in-depth study on each individual verse and go back to the Greek and do all this analysis stuff. And then at the end, a lot of them will have individual stories of people who have applied Psalm 91 to their circumstances and have gotten a really good result out of it. I kind of see Psalm 91 as like a super psalm. It's like the Superman of Psalms. It's got a big red S on its chest, and it's very strong. there's just so many promises in there, so much power in it. I really would encourage you to take the time and try to really read this thing and even memorize it. I'd love to hear about you doing that, and please consider it. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you got something out of it and enjoyed it. Thanks again. Goodbye.